Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and also hello if you are new. It's Mikaela here again, and I am back with another townie makeover. So for this makeover, I decided to do the Vatore's siblings. They come from vampires, and I'm giving these guys a makeover because they will be in my upcoming new Let's Play coming out very soon. So first I go ahead and give a makeover to Lilith. I definitely enjoyed giving her a makeover. In terms of like her face shape and everything, I only changed very little. Like for one, I changed her eye shape just a little bit, but that was because she originally had the eyes that had like the EA eyelashes, which I didn't like because they really look like eyeliner, but they're eyelashes, and I just wanted to put my own eyelashes on her. But I did try to mimic the original shape. I also made her lips just a little bit wider because I just wanted to, basically. And that was pretty much all I changed with her. Besides, I do change her eye color later on, and I also gave her a skin overlay. I downloaded like a vampire skin overlay because I feel like if you are a vampire, no matter if you are in your regular form or your dark form, you should look more like not human-like. Even though in The Sims, I'm pretty sure you automatically know who's a vampire or not. I mean, as a player, like, I know, like, Vlad is a vampire. Well, I mean, who doesn't know he's a vampire? But, like, you know who the townie vampires are, basically. But I feel like, just as, like, a storyline goes, I feel like that maybe they would hide their vampire-ness. I mean, I think Vlad would be all over, like, yeah, guys, I'm a vampire, like, don't mess with me. But I feel like these guys, like, in their biography, it says that, they have a different eating taste versus Vlad, and that's because they are more like a vegetarian vampire. On their fandom Wikipedia page, it does say that they will not drink any plasma unless they have permission from that person. So I imagine them to be more vegetarians, of course. So, and I also think that, especially Lilith, I think that she would really struggle with being a vampire. Like, I imagine that maybe she got changed like a long time ago, so they're actually like really old, but they stop aging, so they're young forever, basically. At least they look young forever. But I think she would really struggle with being a vampire. Like, for both of their outfits, they pretty much only wear black, which I'm sure you have noticed already. But I think that maybe, like, while she was still human, that she probably wore, like, lots of bright colors. I imagine that maybe she was more popular in school. And also, her traits. So one of them is outgoing, I believe, and another one is active. So I imagine that she was probably the type of person who, like, did all the sports in high school. Like, at my high school, we had, like, the fall sports, winter sports, and also spring sports. So I imagine that maybe she did soccer, and then she did basketball, and then I think she would also do track and field, because I do see her as being like a runner. I could see her being one of the sprinters or something like that. It always seemed like the more popular girls at my high school always did the sprinting. But yeah, so I imagine that maybe that was like her life back in the day, but then she got changed, and then like everything changed like dramatically, of course. So now she wears only black, and I think that symbolizes kind of how she feels inside, because I feel like it's just like the darkness like overtaking her, because I feel like she really does feel like she's a monster, because ultimately vampires are kind of more of a monster. And so now she just kind of dresses that way, which is very sad, but I love her. I've never actually played her, but I don't know, like, with this makeover, I am literally in love with her. Like, seriously, like, everything about her, oh my gosh, I'm fangirling over my own sim again. It's fine. But I just think she's very beautiful. And, like, the eye color that I give them. So if you've ever read or seen Twilight, then you'll know that they have, or the vegetarian vampires will have, like, that lighter eye color, and that symbolizes that they don't drink human blood, they drink animal blood. So I wanted to give these guys a little bit of the same too. Their eye color does change in their dark form, which I'll go over once we get into their dark forms. But yeah, and so right now oh yeah, I gave her some piercings. So I gave her like the nostril piercing on each side and also a septum piercing, which I don't know, I felt like just really kind of completed the look a little bit. Plus I gave her black jewelry. Of course, I actually really enjoy black nose jewelry. Well, I guess right now I have a gold septum ring in, but I did have a black one in, and I don't know, I just really like it. And then for her swimwear, I just kept what she originally had, which was just the black bikini. And also another thing, I don't know if this is supposed to happen, but like her body shape and like her like regular form differs from her body shape and her dark form. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing, because in her dark form she has like all these ripped abs, which kind of goes along with the fact that she is an active sim, but in her regular form it's just like she's definitely fit, but it isn't like a full-on six-pack or anything. But I don't know. I also gave her a ton of makeup, which is probably way too much considering how pale she is, but I don't know. I also imagine that these Sims are just very, very beautiful, which I definitely think they are. And I think that when other Sims like see them on the street, they're like, oh my gosh, they're like very, very pretty. They're like just gorgeous, but also they wear all this black. So then other Sims were probably like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about that, because people do stereotype just by looks. That's why you should never judge a book by its cover, guys. But yes, now I'm just working on her hot weather wear, and now moving on to her cold weather wear. And I've never played the vampires in The Sims, so I don't know if like they get affected with cold and hot weather. I know that they can't go in the sun or anything, but in my mind, I imagine that they probably would not be affected by those things. So I imagine that with both of their cold and hot weather outfits, that they're just kind of pretending like they just want to fit in, because they don't want other people to really know that they're vampires. Because, I mean, I think with Lilith especially, it really, really affects her. I think Caleb, not so much. He's just like, yeah, whatever. It's fine. It happens. Like, there's nothing we can do about it now. But Lilith, I think it really would affect her. Although that's also interesting, because her aspiration is the vampire family, I think. So I think deep down she does want to, like, start a family with someone. But she also is just really scared of doing that. And so now I'm moving on to her dark form. I do end up getting rid of that vampire overlay and just give her like one of the grayer skin tones, just because all the scars and stuff weren't really showing up. Like they were kind of, but not the effect I really wanted. And then for her dark form, I do change a couple of her outfits, but I do give her a ton of scars. And I do change her eyes, which I'll change them in a little bit. But I also give her some traditional vampire teeth, because why not? But I imagine that in both of their dark forms, like I imagine that that would be like their ugliest that they like feel, and also like how they think they look. I mean, I'm biased because I love vampires, and I also just love these Sims, so like I think they're beautiful no matter what. But I think that like when she looks in the mirror and she sees herself in her dark form, like she hates herself. Like I think she definitely has a lot of issues deep inside, because she's like, I hate myself. Like why am I a vampire? Why would anyone turn to me like this? She's definitely giving me Rosalie vibes. If you have seen Twilight or read it. But Rosalie did not want to be a vampire at all. But I do think that Lilith is a lot nicer than Rosalie. But yeah, and I do change her outfits. I think I already mentioned this. It was because I did, like, since I've never played the vampires, I've never, like, been in creative sim with vampires. So, at first, because I knew there was a dark form, and I thought there was only, like, one universal dark form. I did not know that there was one for every single outfit. So yeah, also these are the eyes that I pick out for her. I give like the black, like where the whites are supposed to be. I told myself not to pick scary eyes when I first started doing this, but I eventually gave them scary eyes, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, back to what I was saying before. Yeah, so I went and did her first dark form, like where I gave all the scars and everything. And then I realized that there were the rest of the outfits that were like her regular outfits that she had before. So I didn't know what the easiest way to go about that was. So eventually I just kind of redid everything, but it was fine because I really like working on female sims anyway, and I did have a lot more outfits that I could choose from versus like for Caleb, because I really couldn't find a whole lot of male like sim outfits that could work for a vampire, because I really was trying to go for like that black, like gothic type of vibe. But I had such a hard time finding stuff. Like, I'm sure there's stuff out there, but I just couldn't find it. And when I did find something, it would be like too alpha for me. There are some outfits that are more in the alpha side that I chose for them, but I was really trying to not be like too like realistic. I don't know. But yeah, and I think with this shirt, I can't see it very clearly right now because it's really small on my end, but I'm pretty sure it says too dead to die, which I think is absolutely perfect for a vampire, because when you're a vampire, you're immortal, so like literally you're too dead to die. So I am excited that I was able to put this shirt on her. And then I think that putting the eyeliner on both the top and the bottom lid with those eyes just like makes her eyes so more intense. And I'm sorry if this is too scary for you. I mean, I don't know if it would be too scary for any of you, but I really enjoyed it. And I don't know, like I said, she is very beautiful, and like look at those abs. Like, she did not have abs like those in her everyday form, or like her regular form or whatever, but it works out. I also tried testing with some Disney shirts, mostly because I really like Disney, but it ended up not really working out. So for this cold weather like outfit, I do give her like a professional looking shirt, which I think is really funny because this is in her dark form, so it's like she's professional but also like a monster. And then I move on to Caleb. Caleb definitely did not take me nearly as long, but I do like the way that he turned out. I didn't really change anything with his face or anything. I think I kind of tried to mess around with his eyes, but then I ended up liking them anyways. And I do give him this hair. I did also want to make him be quite a beautiful sim, but he also does wear a lot of black as well. He probably just kind of tries to follow his sister because he's like, oh, we should probably be very similar. Plus they live together and everything. And I do give him the same color of eyes for both the regular form and the dark form. And I don't know, I enjoyed how it turned out and everything. But yeah, I do give him the nice like black outfits everywhere. I do really like his formal outfit actually, like with the red and everything. I didn't put any makeup or anything on him because I kind of see him as being someone who would put on like some eyeliner or something to like intensify the look. I also see him as someone who might have lip piercings, but I didn't have any lip piercing CC. I just have the nose piercing CC, but I could see him wearing that too. And also, his traits are ambitious for one, which, you know, that's a good thing, but he's also a snob and materialistic, which I was not expecting from him. Like, he seems like he'd be like a teddy bear type of guy, but no. So I think that if I like were to play around him, then first of all, he probably would be like, I don't want to live in this house, which our house isn't too bad. I did like go around it and like check out the place when I was taking the screenshots for the thumbnail, but I think he'd be like, you know what, I want Vlad's place, like I want to be living there, because I do really like Vlad's house a lot. I think it's quite nice for, you know, the vampire aspect of it. Definitely would not live here myself, just because I am kind of a scared person at all times, so I'd probably be scared, but you know, maybe I would. I don't know. But yeah, so now I'm just working on the rest of his outfits. There's not much to say about them besides, you know, they're all black, and I was still getting annoyed with like that movement, like the vampire movement, because I would like be trying to like look to see how the outfits looked on them, and then they would just do like whatever that is that they're doing. It was so annoying. Yeah, and then I move on to his dark form. His dark form, literally the same outfits. I just changed the skin color to like the EA one, and also give him some scars and also the scary looking eyes. I did give him different scars than his sister just so they had a little bit of variety to them. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. Give this video a big thumbs up. And please tell me what you think about them. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone!